guys. So, to finish up learning about how we celebrate Christmas in America, we're going to read a story that you've probably heard before called The Night Before Christmas. And a lot of people in America, it might be their tradition to read this story every year at Christmas. And The Night Before Christmas was actually written over 100 years ago by a man named Clement Moore. And as we look through the story, I want you to look at the pictures because it's illustrated by Tommy DePaula. And so when you look at the pictures, you'll notice that it looks very similar to some of the other books that we read because he's illustrated a lot of the books that we read, including, if you remember, The Legend of the Poinsettia that we read just a couple weeks ago. That was one of the books that he illustrated too. So we can look and see how the pictures are similar in the way that he draws the different characters. Now, your job as we go through this book is I want you, as I'm reading, to try to help me finish the end of the sentence that I say by thinking of the rhyming word, okay? So let's do a practice, okay? So if I say, I like to eat a whole big bunch, I think I'll eat them for my lunch. You would think of the word lunch. So you're going to try to think of a word that's going to end at the sentence, and I'm going to stop and pause so that you can help me with that. Are you ready? So, the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Very good, because it's going to rhyme with house. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas would soon be there. Very good. Now, there was another word that would have made sense there too. We could have said here or there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Very good. Heads and beds. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. Very good. Nap and cap. And kerchief, if you look very carefully, is just what Mom's wearing over her hair to protect her hair. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Very good. Matter and clatter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. Very good. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. That's right, Saint Nick rhymes there, but remember, Saint Nick is another name for Santa. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Very good. Name and came. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donner, on Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. Dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they met with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing of pawing of each little hoof. Very good. Hoof and roof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. So what do you think soot is? That's right. Soot is all that black stuff that ends up after you burn things in the fireplace that he came down. He had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler, just opening his eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were all rosy, his nose like a cherry. Very good, because merry and cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as snow. Very good. Snow and bow. The stump of his pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of Jelly. Very good. Ellie and Jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread, so he knew nothing was going to go wrong. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, and turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. Very good, rose and nose. He sprang up to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." All right, guys, what you're going to do now is you're going to connect to Seesaw, and all you have to do is you're just going to tell me your favorite part of the book. Okay, so what did you like about the book? Or you can tell me what you didn't like about the book, all right? You guys did a great job. Thank you.